Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here doing a recap as normal for last night and look ahead to today's games here for the 29th of April. And it is Saturday. So as normal, hopefully you had a really good night in NBA and MLB as well. Once again, MLB was a very good night for us for premium. So anyway, I'm not doing NBA here today. Going to be focusing on baseball here for the main slate. So anyway, let's get into it. So if you guys do go back and look at the video for last night, my rough draft MLB lineup, yeah, I should have stuck with that one. That one just straight went off. I tallied it up and it finished with a 215. Adonis Garcia went off. Story as normal went off. Kenta Maeda took a shot with him in that one I gave you, and Maeda had a really good night. So overall, 215 for that one. The one I did share scored a 171, though. The only reason I changed it up because of Kurt Suzuki not playing. Anyway, this was a GPP lineup here. So I switched up a little bit of things from the other lineup that you saw. So anyway, I went with Gosman. I knew he wasn't that good of an option here. I thought he'd get me maybe 25 here. He was looking pretty good for the most part until about that fifth, sixth inning, and that's when he just fell apart there. Yankees scored 14 runs, but it wasn't from him. I think he gave up 5 runs. They threw him out there in that sixth inning, which they should not have done that. But anyway, I thought he was going to get a quality start, and unfortunately he didn't. Turned out to be kind of trash. He was doing, like I said, doing pretty good, but then stumbled there in that sixth inning. So only got 12. Not pretty at all. Went with Flowers here. Like I said, Suzuki wasn't going to play. I was finally right here about Anderson. Was doing really well all year, and then Atlanta got 10 off him. So that was a really good stack. All these guys here besides Trout were under 7% owned. So anyway, Flowers, he didn't do too much, but he still got me 6. I'll take it. Freeman, he was, I had a little worry with him. Finally got one, I think, hit a homer in the 8th or 9th inning to put Atlanta up top 10-8. So 22.2, really solid night from Freeman. Also, my Chicago stack, it worked out as well. In the video last night, I told you Saladini was going to get you around 9 to 12, and hey, he got me 12, so I'll definitely take that. Next was Todd Frazier. In the video, I had Adonis Garcia, which he scored a little bit more than Frazier, but I knew for sure Frazier was going to get a homer tonight. So both of those guys are really good options. Here I went with Frazier, so I'll take that. And in both the lineups, what was Story here? Told you maybe you guys could go Anderson if you want to keep that Chicago stack. And he also hit a home run, had a little bit better night than Story did. So, almost every single pick that I mentioned in my video, they went off. So, and then Mike Trout, as normal, really solid night, 34.4 from him. I told you Garcia was one of my favorite plays last night with a 31.4. And then Cole Calhoun with a solid 12.4. Inciarte, I had him in the video, and he did a little bit better. So overall, all my picks definitely went off. So if you're not paying attention, definitely if you want to learn, like I said, win some easy money, definitely listen up. I kind of do know what I'm talking about. Every single person almost hit a home run. So as normal, if you're interested in premium lineups, though, definitely hit us up for MLB and NBA as well. MLB is $35 per month, $130 for the season, and NBA. Not too much time left, but we're still doing really well over there. $15 only for the playoffs for NBA. So as normal, if you're interested in either one of those, email will be in the comment section. Just hit us up. We'll get you all set up. And as normal, follow us on Twitter, and you can ask us questions as well. We'll have both of those in the comment section below. So, like I said, a really good night last night. Tonight, main slate, 8 of them. Games aren't looking as good. We got some weather concerns here. But like I said, it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be the highest scoring night like it was last night. So, anyway, I'm going to go with Darvish here. They have a little bit of rain concern. I was looking at the radar, and, it's iffy. I think they may have a little bit of rain delay, but they should get this one played. So, anyway, Darvish, most expensive guy out here. If you go to the models here, he is the number 1 pitcher on the slate out of all the games. he does really good against the Angels. He just faced them not too long ago, and he had 61 fantasy points for Fanduel. So Yu Darvish, really good option here. In Texas, he likes facing here in Texas. So yeah, overall, if you see everything mostly, Walvo versus righties, number 5 slugging. He can give up some home runs there. Number 9, mostly just worried about Trout there. He has really good numbers against him, and Cole Calhoun. But besides that, everyone else doesn't do anything against Mr. Yu Darvish. So he'll be popular, but not too many good pitchers out there for the main slate. So that is kind of where I am going there. And a big key right here is his opponent ISO. Out of this slate, he's ranked number 3. So that is really, really good. So they shouldn't take him deep here tonight. So that is what I'm looking at there for Yu Darvish. Like I said, probably going to be the safest play, most popular play out there. So moving on here to the position players. Let this load here real quick. So as normal, throughout the day, all these do updates. So some of these guys may fall, or some may go up, depending on where they are in the lineups as well. All right. Like I said, just like last night, I do apologize for how slow it is. All right, so we're gonna go to catcher here. Let's see who we got here. So right away, Stephen Vogt is the number 1 catcher. I really don't mind Salvador Perez. I know that Kansas City stack is a little iffy because they haven't been doing too well, but really good matchup against Phil Hughes. And Stephen Vogt, same there. Both of those, Vogt hasn't not really been doing too much. He is 2,400, so that definitely does let you, have some salary right there. So anyway, his Walva 337. That's really nice. Should get a couple hits here tonight. His ISO, it's not too bad with a 188. If you go over here, out of everyone, he's ranked number 6 for the home run detector. So that's not looking too bad there. Number 5 overall with a favorable matchup. So overall, Stephen Vogt, like I said, hasn't been doing too much this year, but I really don't mind Perez or Vogt. Probably go Vogt a little bit cheaper here against Joe Musgrove. His ERA is over 5 here, so struggling a little bit this year. Vogt, same thing, hasn't been doing too much, but I do believe in him just a little bit. If you do want to spend up to get Perez, I don't mind both of those guys. Both of them are pretty good options. Alrighty, moving on here to first base. All right, let that load here. All right, there we go. All right, so first base, 2 guys I'm looking at, as you see here, the 2 top guys, Will Myers and Eric Hosmer. Their rating is almost identical, 83.50 to an 83.1. So both of those guys, like I said, depends on how much money you have. Will Myers is a lot more money, but Hosmer, I think he can put up some pretty good numbers as well. Kind of like last night with Freeman, really expensive, and then Brandon Belt, a little bit cheaper, but man, Belt had a really good night as well. So both of those guys kind of in the same situation as last night with Freeman and Belt. So anyway, I'm going to go with Will Myers here, taking on Matt Cain. Matt Cain really not looking too bad this year. Let's go look at his stats. But the only thing is he is going to start, but he is having a lingering injury, so that always is a little concerning if you're going to pick him. Maybe he's not all the way healthy yet. And then we're going to go here to San Diego. San Diego, they're one of those teams that they can strike out quite a bit, but also they can hit the ball with really good power. They got a lot of young guys that don't hit for average, but most of them definitely can hit some home runs. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here with San Diego. I don't think their stack will be too popular here. Let's go to righties here. So anyway, I'm going to go with Will Myers here for my first baseman. So on the year against righties, Will Myers, 4 homers, 12 RBIs. That's where he does most of his damage with a 3.08 average there. And like I said, Matt Cain, 2.42, not too bad here. Little bit of a hamstring injury, as you see, but I do think that will affect him just a little bit. If you go here, Surprisingly, San Diego hitting as a team at 333 against him. OBP with a 429, slugging at a 625. So overall, San Diego, they definitely can hit Kane. Not too much here for Will Myers, only 3 at bats, 1 hit. It was a double and a walk. So, not too bad. Yeah, I really don't mind some Will Myers here. A little bit cheaper there with Hosmer. If you do think that stack will work for you, then I don't mind that. So, and then moving on here to second baseman. See here. So on here, Shrimp is a third baseman. The best second baseman on here, rating wise, is a Solarte. Same team. Anyway, I'm going to go with Ryan Shrimp here. It says he's a third baseman, but he is a second on FanDuel. Rating of 83.9. He has the number 1 rating for a bomb here tonight out of every single player. I mean, that's ridiculous. ISO 306. I mean, that's just unreal, as well as a 371. So this guy is definitely going to go deep tonight. $3,000. This guy's been straight fire. Like I said, his average is terrible, but man, this guy can hit some bombs, and he has been hitting them in bunches. 6 homers, 12 RBIs here. Just look what he's been doing here: 25, 18, and 22. 3 straight days with a home run. And like I said, he has the number 1 out of every player. He has the number 1 rating for a home run. So I think you got to put in Ryan Shrimp here for sure. And then for my third baseman, I went with Mike Moustakas here, since he's the next highest rated third baseman there. Ball 357, looking pretty nice. ISO not too bad with the 207. He actually, number 5 overall. And, I'm not afraid of Phil Hughes at all. If you go look at Hughes, Kansas City, they do hit him pretty well. Like I said, Kansas City not looking too good this year. So that's why I'm a little wary about stacking them. It could, Phil Hughes could throw a gem here, or he could get totally wrecked here by Kansas City. So, but anyway, Mike Moustakas, 7 homers, 11 RBIs on the year, one of the team leaders for almost everything. And then he is a lefty, so he does really well. Most of his damage here against right-hand pitching. If you go here, Mike Moustakas second on the team against righties here. As you see, that's where he does most of his damage. 6 homers, 9 RBIs with a 305 average there. And then we go over here to Phil Hughes, 4.71 ERA on the year. Not looking too good there. Only concern, obviously, is that rain, so hopefully it does clear up over there. Anyway, 259 average, not too bad there. Mike Moustakas, 26 at-bats, 7 hits, 3 doubles. Good thing right here, 1 homer, 2 RBIs, and a walk. So overall, his slugging's at 500, which is definitely not too bad there. So, like I said, if you want to stack them, maybe go that way. Really do like Mike Moustakas out of everybody. So that's probably who I would take a chance with if you want to go with a Kansas City Royal here. So I think that does it there. Actually, sorry, I got one more here in the infield. We got shortstop. I think he's going to be the most obvious play here tonight is Mr. Corey Seager. I love this guy. Look at that, 1-1-1 and 2 overall, the 84 rating. That's, I think, one of the highest of the night. Taking on Zach Eflin. Not too bad of a pitcher this year, but he is facing LA, and things can go wrong very quickly. So anyway, Volva is an unreal 405 here. ISO really, really high with a 226. That's crazy right there. Eflin, like I said, not doing too bad this year, but really like some Corey Seager here. Like I said, will probably be one of the most popular options for obvious reasons. As you see there, 310, 5 homers, 17 RBIs on the year for him. Double digits in 4 straight games. So Seager will be popular. I think you just got to pencil him in there. All right, moving to the outfield. So I'm going to go cheap with my outfield here, spend up a little bit in my infield. Outfield is where it gets a little interesting, a lot of different ways I think you can go here throughout the day. So anyway, as you see here, the top options here, Alex Gordon. I told you I may only go with Mike Moustakas. I have to see there. Alex Gordon, straight up, he hasn't been doing too well this year. His Wolf is looking really nice. ISO, not too great. Overall, with an 80 rating, it's not too bad. As you see here, Alex Gordon, actually the other guy that does pretty good against Phil Hughes in his career, 33 at bats, 10 hits, 2 doubles, no homers, 4 RBIs, 2 walks with a 303 average. So he's the other guy that, does half decent against Mr. Phil Hughes. And the other thing, lefty on righty, as you see, hasn't been doing anything really. So this is a GPP option right there. Hopefully Gordon can get me at least 12 to 15 here tonight. All right, moving on here, we got Mr. Travis Jankowski, continuing my San Diego stack here. This guy really has no power at all. He's kind of an on-base speedster here, a 304 Volvo, pretty nice. ISO is terrible with 86. Like I said, he's not a power guy at all. So overall, Outfield not looking too good on the ratings here. So I may change him up. He's mostly just a salary saver there, 2,300. I think you can go some other places if you want to. So, not too much to talk about with Jankowski, maybe 9 or 12 just to save some money there. And then last but not least is Yasiel Puig. A little bit lower on the rating, but actually I think I got him above Jankowski for me. Only 3,100, a 330 Walva. ISO, I think it should be a little bit higher, but it's only a 163. Overall, it's not looking too bad. But like I said, Outfield just not looking too nice tonight. But I don't mind Yasiel Puig here. So overall, that's kind of what I'm looking at there. Not the prettiest of lineup, but, like I said, it's not that good of a slate here for the big power guys. So anyway, I do a recap here. Like I said, love you, Darvish, probably number one option. Catcher, Perez or Steven Vogt, like both of those guys. And then first baseman, maybe go Hosmer, but I think your sure bet here is Will Myers. Brian Tripp for sure is my lock there at second base. Mike Moustakas is my lock at third. And then Corey Seager, my lock at shortstop. So I might, throughout the day, Alex Gordon, Jankowski, and Puig, probably I might mix those guys up throughout the day. But for the most part, my infield is pretty locked, besides maybe Vogt. But for the most part, I think that is it there for a rough draft. So as normal, if you are interested in the premium lineup, guys, let us know. Scored a 171 last night. The rough draft lineup scored a 215. Like I said, I should have kept with that one. But, still cash here with a 171. So if you're interested in MLB, definitely let us know. $35 per month, 134 this season NBA. Only $15 for the rest of the playoffs. So, if you're interested, we will have our email in the comment section. Also, if you want to follow us on Twitter and hit us up, we will have that down there for you guys as well. So, alrighty, guys, I think that does it. If you do enjoy the video, definitely do leave a like. We do appreciate it. Putting in a lot of research for you guys to help you guys out in Fanduel. So if you could leave a like, we do appreciate it. Shows the support. And, so, all right, guys, I think that does it here for Saturday. Hope everyone has a good Saturday. We'll see you guys all on Sunday.